Good evening and welcome to our Rslpf News at 5 for Friday, November 14th, 2025. I am WSPC Zaid Romulus. We begin with a public appeal for assistance in locating 23-year-old Joshua son of Bogis Babuno. The Gangs Narcotics and Firearms Unit has issued 3 arrest warrants for son, who is wanted for the offenses of importing controlled drugs, possession of controlled drugs, and possession with intent to supply. The GNFU is urging anyone who knows where he is to contact the nearest station or the GNFU at 456-3982. Anonymous tips can also be submitted through the crime hotline at 555 or the crime hotline app. Police are investigating the discovery of a concealed birth at Balata Babuno. The inquiry began after police received information regarding the incident. On Thursday, November 13th, officers from the Vulnerable Persons Team and the Criminal Investigations Department executed a search warrant at a residence in the area, where they discovered the decomposing remains of a fetus buried in a shallow grave. A post-mortem examination will be carried out to determine the cause of death. One female is in police custody assisting police with the investigation. The Royal St. Lucia Police Force also wishes to inform the public that a photo circulating on social media claiming to depict the fetus is fake. Investigations into this matter continue. The body of a male individual recovered by the police marine unit from the waters of the coast of Fiji on Tuesday, November 4, 2025, has been formally identified. The suspected drowning victim is 56-year-old Christopher Louis Foreman, a Canadian national. At the time of his death, Foreman was on bail in connection with allegedly aiding and abetting the suicide of his wife, 53-year-old Nicole Foreman. Her body was discovered by police on April 21, 2024 at Truya Grozile, following a report of a suspected suicide. The circumstances surrounding Christopher Foreman's death remain under investigation by the Marine Intelligence and Investigations Unit. A resident of Buta Sufra has been charged following the discovery of a cannabis plantation in the community on Wednesday. Inspector Siobhan Matthew of the Gangs Narcotics and Firearms Unit provides the details.
On Wednesday, November 12, 2025, officers of the Gangs Narcotics and Firearms Unit, Southern Detachment, discovered a large cannabis plantation during a routine mobile patrol in Buta Sufra. One male resident, Alvin Valerie, was found tending the site and subsequently detained. During the eradication exercise, the officers uprooted 4,713 cannabis plants and 2,000 seedlings. A search warrant was later executed at Valerie's residence, resulting in the recovery of additional quantities of cannabis. Valerie was arrested, informed of his rights, and he was subsequently charged with the offenses of possession of cannabis with intent to supply, and cultivation of cannabis. On his appearance before the 2nd District Court on Thursday, November 30, 2025, he was bailed in the sum of EC $34,000, $6,000 on the possession of cannabis at his residence, $8,000 on the possession of cannabis on his farm, and $10,000 for cultivation and $10,000 for possession with intent to supply.
And that matter has been adjourned to January 28, 2026 for further case management. The Royal St. Lucia Police Force has made significant progress in the investigation of a shooting incident on November 6, 2025 in Richmond Dennery, which left a 10-year-old boy and a 44-year-old woman injured. Police have arrested and charged one man in connection with this incident. Assistant Superintendent Eldon Henry provides further details on this case.
Sean John, aka Zenzi, a 27-year-old man of Richford Dennery, was arrested on Friday, the 7th day of November 2025, about 3:30 p.m. after police searched his premises in connection with the shooting incident. Further investigations resulted in him being charged with 2 counts of attempted murder. He was taken before the court on Friday, 14th November 2025, where a bail hearing was held, during which the defendant was bailed in the sum of $25,000 cash or land documents for each charge. He was also ordered to surrender all his travel documents to the court. He was also required to stay 50 yards away from the complainants and to change his place of residence during the trial. He is only allowed to go to Dennery for court purposes. The matter has since been adjourned to the 23rd of February 2026.
The Royal St. Lucia Police Force would like to thank the members of the public who assisted the police during the conduct of this investigation. In a major step forward for regional security, the Royal St. Lucia Police Force and the French Anti-Narcotics Agency signed a Memorandum of Understanding on Friday, November 14th, formalizing the cooperation in the fight against the trafficking of narcotic drugs, psychotropic substances, and chemical precursors. The MOU builds on a preliminary bilateral agreement established during the 9th meeting of the Franco-St. Lucia Joint Security Commission back in October. The MOU will enhance information sharing, coordinated operations, and investigative support, strengthening efforts to dismantle transnational criminal networks. This agreement reflects the mutual trust and shared determination of the territories to confront the growing threats of drug and arms trafficking, which pose serious risks to the safety and stability of the region. A week-long training program on financial investigations and asset recovery wrapped up on Friday, November 14th. The initiative, led by the Regional Security System, the RSS, in partnership with the Attorney General's Chambers and the Financial Intelligence Authority, the FIA, targeted recruits of Police Recruit Course 49. Held at the Police Training Academy, the program introduced participants to the fundamentals of financial investigations, including cash summary proceedings, civil recovery, confiscation, digital evidence handling, open source investigations, and effective case management.
This course has taken us into the heart of modern financial investigation, from understanding money laundering, understanding the networks behind and involved, loopholes in systems that allows and may cause such, and also what can be done to limit and prevent some of the financial crimes. This has strengthened our ability to follow the money across borders, across institutions, and across digital platforms.
The training program underscores the Regional Security System's commitment through its Asset Recovery Unit to promoting knowledge exchange and capacity building, with a focus on introducing an alternative approach to crime fighting, one that targets the financial benefits derived from criminal activity.
Let us reflect on the important role each of you play in advancing a more strategic approach to crime fighting, one that targets not only offenders, but also the financial gains that fuel criminal activity. Your understanding of how assets are identified, traced, and recovered will strengthen both your investigative skill and the wider justice system.
The initiative also strengthens the ongoing partnership between the Asset Recovery Unit and Financial Intelligence Units across RSS member states. And now for a few safety tips from your police force.
Election season brings excitement, large crowds, and late-night activities, but it also brings opportunities for crime. As we move from meeting to meeting and celebrate our democratic right, let's stay alert and protect ourselves and our families. Whether you're attending a political rally, heading to a meeting after work, or simply moving around busy communities, your safety must come first. Always park in a well-lit area. Stay aware of your surroundings. Avoid getting too caught up in the crowd. Keep an eye on exits, suspicious behavior, and your personal belongings. If you're attending events at night, walk in groups and stick to main roads. Criminals are less likely to target persons who are not alone. Limit political arguments in public spaces. Heated discussions can quickly escalate into confrontations. If you feel unsafe at any time, move. Trust your instincts. Report suspicious activity to the nearest police officer or call for assistance. This election season, let's enjoy our democracy responsibly. Stay alert, stay prepared, and help us keep our communities safe. Your safety is priority.
And that's our Rslpf News at 5 for Friday, November 14th, 2025. For more updates, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also follow the Royal St. Lucia Police Force on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Do enjoy your weekend. Until next time, stay safe, St. Lucia.